I've had the good fortune of knowing Giovanni Agnelli, the head of Fiat, one of the great automobile manufacturers in Europe, for probably 50 years. 25 years ago, he came to see me to say that he felt that the time had come when it was really important to raise the level of the kind of communications between our nations, especially between business and political leaders. We felt there should be a way of bringing together that higher level group so that they could communicate and deal more effectively with issues which are of great interest to the two countries. I'm delighted that this wonderful organization with which Charlie and I have been so happily associated is celebrating its 25th anniversary.
Agnelli considered Atlantic relations the precondition for Italian development and Italy's future. But he also thought it was important for America to be able to benefit from the experiences of Europe.
At the end of the war, Italy was a destroyed country and the Marshall Plan put it back on its feet. So we were all witness of that, and we both felt that we had to establish closer and closer ties between Italy and the United States.
Johnny Agnelli would say to me, embassies are all very well, but they need to be accompanied by non-governmental organizations in which business leaders, political leaders, academics, and others can meet together regularly.
The first meeting of the board was in 1983 in Venice. The first meeting of our Young Leader Program was in 1984 at Yale University.
Europe, Italy, and the United States think they know a lot about each other, and they do. But a lot of this is misconceptions, cliches, half-truth, and so it's important to clarify the issues.
We started in Venice, there were about 35 people. Now we have a membership of approximately 150 on the two sides. And after 25 years of Young Leader Conferences, now we have a directory of 500 to 600 alumni.
The Venice conference is very conducive. It's a very productive environment, and they bring together some of the more thoughtful people considering the pressing issues of the day.
I thought long and hard about what I would talk to you about today, and I decided to give you my views on the current financial crisis.
It really offers you the opportunity to be in touch with important counterparts from the United States and also in the Italian establishment. So I thought it was extremely important for my personal and organizational development.
The legitimacy is more than just a moral issue. It's the mechanism by which you build the public support which is essential to success. You have to tackle the legitimacy question.
It led to meet many people, I think, of very high quality, both within Italy, within Europe, but also in the US. And that was very useful to connect and to discuss issues of relevance for transatlantic relations.
I don't really know how they got to me. I thought it showed some kind of originality in planning. So being invited as an unlikely participant has unintended consequences. In the case of Bard, it resulted in my thinking for the first time about what should be the place of Italian language, Italian history, Italian culture in the curriculum of a college.
Money, I think, is the most important thing.
Money.
Cash.
Yeah, I think money is important. Yeah, it's a big component, but I don't think it's the top.
This is my first time in a business context in Italy, and I have not been in many more gatherings where the level of intellectual fervor and leadership capability has been higher.
The percentage of body cells which are cancerous are only 1%.
There are people that have a diversity of backgrounds, ethnicities, cultural perspectives, and gender.
It was an opportunity really to also expand my horizons personally. I think that it's an important process. This is laying foundation for business transactions, for better negotiations among countries, for better relationships about what we need to do in the world. And it gives you an opportunity to understand another perspective.
I met so many people who were eager to share their ideas and their experiences. It's not that I know what kind of direct effect this will bring to my life in 5 years from now, but I really, really strongly believe that it will have an impact.
Jill and I are delighted to be here in such a magnificent place and among so many interesting people.
The relationship between the United States and Italy is on a very solid ground. I think that we can truly count on each other as friends in a global system that in many ways is becoming much more complex. What we need to do in the next phase of the relationship is to work together to address global challenges in the most constructive fashion that we can.
Instead of taking sides in the phony debate between American hard power and European soft power, I think we need to start to rely on smart power.
I'm young enough to be able to make it to the next 25 years, you know, for the 50-year anniversary. And I think that there's a lot of ways that we can grow in this time of the many challenges that we have in the world.